During the 1960s, Calle Ocho's Tower Theater was the place many Cuban refugees went to learn about America. Many visited the theater to watch films of their new homeland. So when the time came to re-educate South Florida audiences on the current culture in the nation of Cuba, it should come as no surprise that Miami-Dade College brought down the screens and turned on the projectors at the Tower Theater. This time, it was to give moviegoers an authentic look into an island burdened through the Cuban cinema series. The event was 15 days and showcased 40 films. The series was the brainchild of Miami-Dade College employees and series curators Alejandro Rios and Orlando Rojas.
Something that we called La Isla en Peso, Island Burden. It's a Cuban cinema showcase. We don't call it festival. Maybe a festival is bigger. But we have, like, in 15 days, we have been showing 40 films, 40 or 41 films. Documentaries, features, shorts, whatever. And that's it. That's the idea. It's looking through all these windows that are the films to what is happening in Cuba right now.
Yo creo que esta muestra es una muestra prefigurada hacia el futuro. Aquí ha venido mucho tipo de distinto de público. En menos de 2 semanas, todavía no se ha terminado, quedan 2 días. Han desfilado por lo menos más de 3.500 espectadores y de mucha variedad, de muchas tendencias, de muchas edades. Y yo creo que es una muestra que necesitaban porque es confrontar un cubano que vive en el exilio, que vive fuera de la isla, que a veces por muchos años, yo creo que ha dejado a veces de conocer qué es lo que pasa realmente en el país.
The films covered social, political issues, and everything in between. Rios tells us the films featured were obtained directly from the film companies or directors who produced them. The films were either produced by exiled Cubans or international directors. Many of the film's directors and actors were on hand to dialogue with the audiences about their films.
Well, that the country is in really bad shape. That's the main thing. It's in bad shape. Not only the buildings are falling, but the way that people have to deal with surviving in those ruins. So it's I think that's the main thing that comes out. But there's a little hope also, because there are talented people making these films in the middle of a totalitarian regime, so that's a good idea.
One of those directors stirring up dialogues was none other than co-curator Orlando Rojas. Rojas is credited as being one of the most important film directors in Cuba during the 1980s. He tells us the screening of his film made him emotional.
Yo estoy en una pregunta. Para mí exhibir esta película es difícil para mí, porque 20 años yo no la he visto desde hace muchos años. Es decir, que verla ahora cuando todo el mundo dijo que es una película significativa de la historia del cine cubano, pero 20 años en cine pueden ser fatales. Es decir, pueden haberle pasado por arriba.
According to both Rios and Rojas, even during the worst of circumstances, an artist manages to make his work. Despite opposition, art will never be suppressed. The duo hopes this theme continues to resonate among individuals long after the screen goes black and the credits roll on the Cuban cinema series.
Yo quisiera que la serie le dejara a todos lo que me ha dejado a mí prepararla. Es decir, somos ciudadanos de un país que estamos regados por el mundo y que tenemos la obligación, si realmente queremos construir algo nuevo por encima de esas ruinas en que se ha convertido nuestro país, tenemos que conocernos unos a los otros. Y yo creo que ese es el objetivo principal de esta muestra artística, que es la Isla en Peso, Island Burden.
Something like Island Burdens only could happen here in Miami, I mean. It can't happen in Cuba, unfortunately, because a lot of those films are banned in Cuba, and you can't show them. Some of them they show, but others don't. So this is a space, a place, a landscape of liberty where we can show this whole concept. This is a concept, and we can show it here.
For Miami-Dade College In Focus, I'm Devon DeSaw.